Yeah.
Yeah, lovely. So, right, we're here with Ruth and Celia from Shorne, which is, where's Shorne?
Short
Between Gravesend and Rochester.
little
Excellent.
village, hamlet.
Fantastic. And tell us about your journey with the Coffee Caravan project.
Well, I'll start probably. It started in the Rose and Crown pub, and I got involved really after the first meet up because villagers were asking on Facebook, a local Facebook page, what's this going on there? And I met Kathy, and then she asked me to be the voluntary person to rally the troops in Shorne, which is what I did. And I had a lovely elderly neighbour who used to come along with me called Nick Lance, and he used to be our meter and greeter at the pub, which was amazing, but sadly he's passed away now. And then we were there, and everybody started to come, and then eventually you know, Kathy asked if we'd like to take it over, which I've had a think about it, and we did. When did you get involved? I'm trying to think.
No, well, shall I tell you what I thought?
Yeah.
This caravan turned up in the pub car park, and we were all saying, "What's that? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?" And then heard it was about isolation in rural Kent. Oh, Shorne doesn't need that. We don't need that. We have loads of village organisations. Nobody's isolated in Shorne. Well, the more it got advertised, the more people went, and I realised that actually it was fulfilling a need that I hadn't even seen. And when the caravan stopped coming, Ruth took it on herself. She asked me if I could help, which, as she said, we are old school friends, so I helped her.
Oh, brilliant.
But yeah, but it's taken off and flown. And I have put up the Kent Wildlife Trust table a couple of times, but now they're bored with me, but they are still coming, and I'm really pleased to say that Ruth is my old school friend and that we're helping each
lovely.
Yeah,
So
so
how long have
we've
you
got-
been friends then?
Well, we were at secondary school, so
Yeah,
it's a long
so
time.
11.
It's not like
In-
it's not like you really want to know
Northfleet.
how
In
many it
Northfleet,
was.
oh
But
really?
Celia lived in the villages in Mepham, and in those days the girls used to come in by coach because
Yeah.
there wasn't like Mepham schools, and so yeah, so it was.
So it's
Yeah.
Northfleet School for Girls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. So
Yeah.
how did you get persuaded to take it on?
Just talking to Kathy, and
Yeah.
she just, you know,
She was inspired.
she was yeah, I
You
was
were inspired.
I was inspired, and I did I helped with the Shorne Facebook page, and I do a few other community things like help with toddler groups and
Neighbourhood
stuff,
watch.
and neighbourhood watch and things.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I really enjoy it. It's lovely, and I love to see people coming, just having fun and enjoying to come, and you know that some people bring their dogs, some people bring their toddlers, and older people. And
Yeah, it's a lot of older people, and it is really good for them to get information, because they're not the people that are going to go online and get anything, because they're not, you know, tech savvy, the
we put
older
the
people.
leaflets out.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah, you're really good at advertising.
I
aren't
try,
you?
I try. And we have, you know, we ask for voluntary cake donations, and we've got one of the volunteers who regularly makes for us now as well. That's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we're just self-funding at the moment. We just have a donation pot. It pays enough to pay the £20 for the village hall, because we've gone back into the hall now.
Yeah.
Well, we're actually in the hall now, aren't we?
Yeah, we are in the hall, having started off in the
pub.
and the pub car park, and I think, you know, we're all thankful for the pub's
Yeah.
involvement
The
to
pub
get
was
it
amazing,
keep going.
amazing.
It's the second
Obviously
time we've
they-
heard that. Yeah.
They have their own business to run, and occasionally they'll be doing a wake, and we can't stay there very long and have to
We're
leave
near a
really quickly.
crematorium in Gravesend,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it just became a bit difficult really with the bar area. You know, we wanted a happy place, so
Yeah,
we asked if we could go in the village hall, because obviously
And
that
they-
wasn't
I
allowed.
think
but-
they're letting us have it at a reduced rate.
Oh, brilliant.
yeah.
And have you got any advice for anyone who's kind of thinking about going for their own? You know, Kathy's probably going along to some villages now with you guys in mind.
Yeah. Just-
I
About,
think you need
do
a
it.
team.
You need a team behind. You
don't-
need
you
some
need
village. You need some, you know, people that
a
you
team
know.
of volunteers rather than doing it one person. It
No.
can't really be one person.
No, I mean, I started it as one person, but I had a couple of helpers. Now I've got somebody who runs it with me, Helen, and then we've got, I think, four volunteers, and
so
they're regulars.
You're the one who fired everyone up.
She's the inspired one, and she's inspiring.
Probably. Probably. Probably.
Well, just with these interviews, we wanted to put it on record our thanks for everything that you've done, because without people like you, then there's no way we could reach the people that we're reaching through this project. So
I love it. We've got PCSOs coming now, invited them along, and actually today is our coffee morning, and I had this brainwave last night, a bit late in the day, but I thought, we've got some Ukrainian families living in Shorne now with villagers, and I thought there was 2, but actually there's 3 families, so I quickly rang 2 of the people that I knew, and we're hoping maybe this morning that some of them have come along. I don't know if they will, but they've been invited, so we'll find out later.
Oh yeah, that'd be brilliant. Let us know.
Yeah, definitely will.
Thank you so much. And actually, just finally, tell us a bit about this hedgehog preservation.
Oh well, hedgehog is the poster guy for wildlife, and I volunteer for Kent Wildlife Trust, and as part of that we are spreading the word of wildlife gardening. So a couple of times in the pop-up cafe I've set up a table promoting, putting water out, cutting down on chemicals, and the hedgehog has been something that we see a lot of in the village actually, and as it's an endangered species, we're really feeling privileged to be able to welcome hedgehogs if they're rehomed, or finding native ones and joining up the gardens and so on. So that is how I'm going with it's Kent Wildlife Trust Wild About Gardens, and if any pop-up cafes would like a table set up at their pop-up cafe, they can get in touch with Kent Wildlife Trust Wild About Gardens coordinator, and they will arrange it.
Fantastic.
We're also, both of us are rehomers for Medway Hedgehog Rescue, so we rehome in our gardens, and I've let 11 go in the back of my garden last 12 months. You've had quite a few?
I've had quite a few, and I get them from the Kent Mammal Group as well, and
brilliant.
It's really rewarding.
So people and wildlife are safe in Shorne.
And we're hoping to set up our own little group soon, aren't we?
Yeah, I am
in the village pub.
Yeah, I am.
Wildlife group.
I've started from the Kent Wildlife Trust articles that I've been writing for the parish magazine. The last article that I wrote was getting the neighbours involved, and getting the neighbours involved is one thing, and spreading the word is another thing. But what I have decided to do is slightly make a group away from Kent Wildlife Trust, just wild gardening in Shorne, and perhaps we'll be talking about the environment as well. Perhaps we'll be even talking about climate change. I don't know, a community group that is going to be started, and we will see where it goes, in the pub on the last Monday of every month, and I've spread the word through the pop-up cafe and through the parish magazine, and we'll see where that goes.
Tackling climate change as well.
Who knows? It's who wants to do what. It's going to be the community. We'll see where they want to take it.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for listening.